Could it be that I am? Why is this telling me it's so much? Damn. Baby black. No. Oh, wait. Too black. Got it. 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 All right, people, just bear with me. I'm trying to get this thing together. So I can actually. Let me see. I can start with this line. Ooh, stream software connection excellent. That's a good thing. No views. That's fine. And we'll put the chat. Right. Okay. All right. So chat rate. Okay. Chat rate 1. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this to the side over here. Oh. Oh, it actually makes room on to fit this right in there. Okay. Gotcha. Got it. Got it. Available. It better be. What the hell? What the hell? What the helly? What the helly? What the helly on? Okay, stop with the going back and forth crap. Like, come on. All right. Oh, let me put this on this side. Let me see. Okay. Is it in there? Oh, no. Thought I had it in there. All right. Okay. Ooh, so many windows. So many windows. Trying to see how things are working here, and still trying to get this thing together. And I'm like, what in the world is going on here? Okay, opening that up a little bit. Opening that up a little bit. They're gonna turn you around a little bit. No, not that far. Maybe I need to bring you closer to me. Make sure this doesn't fall, which it shouldn't. I want this to flip. So much things I want to have done, but it's just so little time. Might as well stay up because at 5, I should be getting ready to get some stuff together. So, wait, let me see. Live chat, all messages are visible. Yeah. Okay. I'm like, why is it that things have to be so difficult for it to happen, for it to work? And why is this up here? Get out of here. Okay. I didn't ask for you to be up there. It's like, why is it? It's like, can you? Can't you? Will you? won't you? Oh, maybe I could put some text at the bottom there so y'all know who I am. Again, people, I am the real DMZ. What in the world? I just brought some juice up here and I don't even know where it is. Well, anyway, I'm the real DMZ Bennett. Yeah, I'm a real DMZ Bennett. I am a content creator, photographer. I'm trying to get this to work and stuff like that. I know a lot of people out there already have their stuff down pat. People that said, look, I'm going to go and look at some YouTube channels and learn how to use this software, use that software, work it up, do this, do that, connect this to here, do this, do that, blah, 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 blah. But then you have people like me. Before I was able to do all of that, but now it's like everything is all in different languages. But who's ever like me, we're gonna fix this stuff together. Because sometimes we go on the YouTube and some of the stuff that they're explaining does not connect. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna get into it. We're gonna figure this out while I'm gonna be going through this. I'm gonna show you some stuff that I've seen on YouTube. I want to play some stuff from Sammy the Bull. I still want to know more about this Rico thing. So I have an interview with Sammy the Bull, and there's another guy, ex-mobsters. Want to hear their point of view out this whole, racketeering and Rico and stuff like that. I think they might have a little bit more insight on everything. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to play this, and then we're going to come back, all right? So here we go. And I'm back. Okay. Let's see. All right. First off, I've been trying so many of these softwares and I'm starting to get such a big ass headache. I mean, headache. To a point, I've tried StreamYard, I've tried Camo, I'm trying now OBS. And I know there's a lot of features on here that I want to get to know, but I just need the time. And sometimes when you don't have the time, it's going to be hard to actually learn everything in so short period of time. So y'all gotta bear with me. Bear with me. Bear with me with the bare minimum. So don't shoot me. Okay? All right. Because I know that there are a lot of things that I definitely want to get done. Um, there's some things that okay. I know I put that down there. I need to find about the stats and who's coming by, and I think that's what he's supposed to do. Stats. It says YouTube Live thing channel. Uh, it says 0, but that's okay. That's all good. It's better to have 0 than to have 0. Um, Another thing I would like to find out is if you can hear me, if it's lagging, if it's coming out straight. Am I looking like all computerized? I hope not. I know some people have better internet access than I do, but we are going to get there. Or it's going to have this and the consistency, then you'll be fine. I know one thing I would have to do is that it's 4:20. Damn, it's 4:28 a.m. in the morning. In the morning. So that means I know there's a lot of people outside by that court trying to oh, there it goes. It's right on the floor. to get their spots to find out if this man is going to actually go to jail or not. At the same time, all of us got lives because after everybody goes home, still got to go to work, still got to pay bills, still got to eat, go to the bathroom, do everything normal people do. But that's another way of looking at it. But at the end of the day, this everything opens up other avenues to talk about, other topics to talk about. It's not just the Diddy case. It's all about the what is it? The SA. Okay, they got use these initials or stuff like that. It drive me nuts. We talk about SAs and how people they abuse their authority to get people to do what they want. That's not a good thing. It's like so many things that can be open and conversations that can be talked about in regards to this. Not just a celebrity thing. Don't just take out the celebrity thing out of this and what this is for him. All the different things that actually you can take out of it, health wise, mental, the different traumas, PTSD, what people had to go through, drug use, trying to medicate and medicate and what's the word? It's right on the tip of my tongue. Try to I'm gonna use medicate for now. The pain that they've gone through, what people try to manipulate in their minds, they all the stuff that they force them to do, that they either drink, take drugs to try to forget those things that people force people to do. So it opens up a lot of things that people need to talk about. About, I know everything that this guy has done is bad, but he's sick and he needs help. Jail, you could lock him up, go ahead, but stuff like that. But at the end of the day, I hope when he's in jail that they give him some help in there, because that's a sickness. That's a sickness. That's a sickness. And I think that a lot of people need to look at this, not their whole lives and stuff like that, but this can open up a lot of unwanted conversations within families, within friends, within colleagues, because this whole thing actually hits a lot of avenues. Even the avenues of a person's a person's lifestyle, a person's struggle, a person's situation. They could live in poverty. They want to get out so bad that they would do anything. And when and then when they see that when somebody's in very dire need, they use that to their advantage to do some downright evil stuff. That's what I'm talking. It's a lot of stuff you can get from this if people can actually take this and try to dissect it into a lot of other things. A lot of other things. So it's like that I know there's a lot of people out there. Let me give it. I'm gonna give my credit and my flowers out to all the content creators that are out there, especially at this time, either sleeping out there in front of the courtrooms trying to get a seat in the courtroom just to get a glimpse or get more information for us. I live in New York, but to give us the insight of what's going down. But my thing is that if you could take all this information and take it a little bit further, because you can actually take this and look at all the avenues that this actually can touch that people has been going through. Because if he wasn't a well-known name, let's take a non-well-known person, would they have, how can I say, would they have gone through all of this too? I mean, I don't know if I'm explaining myself right, and I'm hoping I am. Is that this whole thing opens up a lot of discussions about a whole lot of different topics. I mean, a whole lot of different topics. A lot of different topics. One when a person has such a high authority and they use that and abuse it to get people to do what they want them to do. And I don't like that. That's like control. Control. And that's been happening for so many years. The only reason why that it's actually not being tolerated now is because of the internet. Like I always used to say this, and you can check from all the other times I've did podcasts in the past and stuff like that. I always used to say, and all the people around me, internet is a blessing and a curse. A blessing and a curse. And I've been saying that for years, because the days that we didn't have internet, we didn't have social media and stuff like that, it was hard to get anybody to listen, anybody to see evidence, anybody to really just take the time to say, let me take 5 minutes and listen to what they have to say. Let's do something about it. So, this internet thing, it's really bringing out a lot of stuff. And I think, I hope I'm recording. I hope I'm still recording. Oh, it's still going good. So it's like I'm hoping that there are a lot of people that are out there either come across it, watching it, something like that, and that were hard to actually say, well, this has been happening, that's been happening. They have the courage to just say, something, this person looked like they had a hard time to come out, even though if this whole court thing didn't happen, would they actually come forward? But for the people that are out there that this has happened to, and the person that actually did this to them, they're not celebrity, but I hope that you'll have the courage to come out and speak upon it, because you're not alone. You're not alone. You're not alone. And I know that substance abuse can only mask the hurt that's going within you for a short period of time. It's not a permanent fix. It's not a permanent, it doesn't fix anything. What actually fix and can fix is if you talk about it, because it's like you're taking a band-aid and you're putting on a gash, and it's like your wound is still leaking. So you need seriously to try to talk about it. But that's just me. I'm just one person out of a big world of fish out there. So, but what I'm going to do is I am going to play y'all something. This is about interview with Sammy the Bull, and he's giving his point of view. I forgot what the other guy's name is. They're both going to give their point of views on racketeering and Rico and all that stuff. And you tell me what y'all think. Okay?
Sort of lay them all out by, bringing witness after witness or pieces of evidence out. I want to ask you how damaging you think Bana was on the stand today, talking about being dangled over a 17th-story balcony.
Well, listen, it sounds terrible. Obviously, I'm not in the courtroom evaluating her as she gives her testimony. But look, all of this is adding up. It seems like these witnesses are corroborating one another, the same kind of behavior with all of them. I mean, it's very damaging. I also wanted to mention something. You think it's so out of the ordinary that, he's being charged in racketeering. The only thing out of the ordinary for me is that he's the only defendant. Normally, you have multiple defendants. But remember, they use this against Wall Street. They use it against our ex-president in Georgia. They try to, they accuse him of racketeering. So you give the government a statute, if they can expand upon it, they'll use it in every way that they can. But what's really puzzling here is it seems that most of these witnesses were given immunity. So some of them might be unindicted co-conspirators that would make up the enterprise along with Diddy. It's just that they agreed to cooperate and they're not indicted. I mean, that's my take on it so far.
That's a really good point, Sammy. Jump on that, because Bana was the third person by my count to be given immunity for her testimony. And each of those three that got up there, they all said they did not want to be there. They did not want to be a part of this. They weren't looking to put Diddy away. They just didn't want anything to do with him. Do you think that jurors see that? Do you think they see immunity as something that's really important?
No, I agree with Michael 100%. They all got immunity because they're cooperating. They're all part of the enterprise, and that's exactly what happens. When I cooperated, I was part of the enterprise, and I was cooperating, and nothing that I said could be used against me, and that's exactly what's happening here. Same exact thing. So they're all part of the enterprise.
Do you think that's going to amount to RICO in the jurors' minds? Are they going to see that as racketeering?
No, and I don't think they're going to see anything wrong with her dangling 17 stories off a building. I agree with Michael. I think it's horrible. It's disgusting, but I don't see it as a RICO thing. He was mad at her. They're not even saying why he was mad at her. Could have been an argument. How is that part of a criminal enterprise?
That's a good point. So, Michael, how about this? When it came time for cross-examination of Bana, I lost count. So did the News Nation reporters who were in the courtroom taking notes. The number of times she said, "I don't remember." How powerful do you think that is for jurors who start to think, well, maybe your story isn't so strong if you just can't remember conveniently on cross?
Yeah, I think that goes against the witness. But again, I've been following this in the paper every day, and I just think the totality of these witnesses claiming the same type of behavior, they seem to be corroborating one another, and the behavior, at least as it's being brought out, is really kind of horrendous. I think the most damaging thing that the jurors are going to remember, they saw this video with Cassie, and so they know that he's very capable of this behavior. I think the attorney Garagos had to get up there and say, look, that was a bad act, but it was more of a domestic violence thing. It wasn't RICO. So it's really going to depend on how capable, how competent the summation is by Garagos with the RICO. That's what it's going to come down to. Hey, he did some despicable things, but it's not racketeering. And if he can convince the jury of that, and then they have a shot. Other than that, I think it's a tough case. They were talking a lot about him taking the stand. The only time you take the stand is when you're desperate. Any attorney will tell you, you never take the stand unless, hey, we got a bad case here. You may as well go up there and try to help yourself. Normally, you don't want to take this stand.
Wow. Oh, yeah. Listen, I think we all know by this point that Diddy has a bit of a God complex, and if not a God complex, a king complex, and a hair trigger anger management problem. Sammy, because of that, do you think it is the dumbest idea ever if Diddy took the stand? Because it would be real easy for those feds to get under his skin real fast.
Yeah, I agree. You never take the stand in your case. It's like Michael said, as a last resort, your case is dead. You try to revive it and take the stand, but it would be a bad move. But I don't think he has to do that. I'm becoming more and more. I understand the RICO law. I saw a lot of people it was used against. I don't understand how they're using it in this case. What's the enterprise? Even
Okay,
when
I'll
he
give you an example. All right,
Yeah,
I'll
go
give you an
ahead.
example. The enterprise is that he's the CEO at the top of Bad Boy Records, and he allegedly uses all of his staff members, his chief of staff, Christina Coram, his bodyguard, D-Rock, and the other bodyguards to carry out a lot of these crimes, like this one is alleged. A hotel worker said he was paid $100,000 in cash in a paper bag to make some video of a felony assault go away, which you could say is obstruction of justice. So there's Diddy allegedly using his staff because they, according to the witness, were involved in the whole setup and planning of this, the non-disclosure agreement he had to sign. Michael, jump in on that. Do you see that as evidence of obstruction of justice, one of the predicate acts to prove RICO?
Yes, but there again, I think the challenge here is the lawyer is going to get up and say, well, where's the racketeering enterprise? An enterprise is one person all of a sudden. I think he's going to have to say that these other people were unindicted co-conspirators, or maybe he won't use that word, but he's going to have to say that these other people helped him carry out this pattern of racketeering that caused all of this stuff. Because to me, it doesn't make sense to have one person be indicted for RICO and saying that he's the criminal enterprise. Normally, the criminal enterprise is made up of a number of people. Every one of my cases was that way, and I had 3 of them. And every case that I known, against all of my former associates, there was always a number of people that were part of the enterprise.
Yeah, we still have a
Yeah.
couple to go. We haven't heard from D-Rock, and we haven't heard from the chief of staff either, Christina Coram. So that still could be to come. So that means you guys have to come back. Michael Franzese and Sammy the Bull Gravano, thank you both so much for your insight. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you, too.
Hey, everybody, you can catch Sammy on his podcast, Our Thing with Sammy the Bull, and Michael on his podcast, Sit Down with Michael Franzese.
Hey, guys. I got some special stories. I know I promised you once when I was doing the fireside chat that there was a story about gas pipe and a whole bunch.
Okay. As you can see, that Sammy and Michael had some good points in regards to the ties with understanding about racketeering, RICO, all of those terminology. They both were ex-mobsters. They started using those terminologies, RICO and all that business, with organized crime, with with um with the mobs, with John Gotti and so on and so forth. But that's why I'm trying to figure, because when they say with the dangling, with the girl dangling off the balcony and stuff like that and all, everybody, I think the first thing that people think about is like the movies when a mob monster to threaten them not to say a certain thing or to keep their mouth shut on a certain topic or something like that, they will try to frighten them into keeping their mouth shut. So all right, I am shutting this down. What we're going to do is, it's about that time. I know I'm going to be getting a call soon, so look, listen. Second live I've done, and I'm going to shut this down. I'll probably do another live a little bit later on YouTube, see what's going to go on. Still trying to get this together, still trying to get it ironclad. So, well, good morning. I'll see y'all